Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is KPZ, here on the home of the slightly above average ship review. Got a match for you on Fortune. It is a domination match, and we are coming out of the archives in the Royal Navy Tier 5 tech tree aircraft carrier, the Furious. Really big fan of the Furious. We are going to take it down to the wire today in the Furious. Really quickly, I am working on a Picardy secondary build. I'm going to retract everything I said in my previous video about the secondary build. Definitely way to go. I've had a couple of games over 100k damage with a secondary build, but I haven't had the perfect match, so I'm hoping to bring that to you next week. All right, but we are in the Furious. Why do I like the English aircraft carriers so much? Why do I recommend them for new carrier players? Because they've got a real nice mechanic here with the carpet bombs. Also, if you want to play a carrier to go after destroyers, then this is the most forgiving way to go after destroyers, in my opinion. As you can see, you get a big cloud of bombs that drop, and maybe they might hit your target. Unfortunately, if you were me on that drop, they didn't do that. And we're circling around. We're still not going to be able to get an ideal drop on the second drop. As you can see, the oval there. But we totally missed that time. All right, I've run aground here. That is part of the plan a little bit. We're going to back up. But really, you could launch like that. Your planes will avoid the island. They won't crash into it. All right, so the Furious is very newbie friendly. It's very destroyer attacking friendly. I know a lot of people swear by the Russians. And if you can master skip bombs, by all means, go after the Russians. But if you're just Joe Average and you're looking for a carrier with a little bit of wiggle room, I would say the English carriers are the way to go. Here we're going to drop torps. That's my best weapon in a carrier is torps. And we're going to do a follow-on attack on this other cruiser because the first cruiser totally dodged. He was going a little too fast. I didn't lead him enough. Will I learn my lesson? Well, probably not. Nope. As you can see, he dodged him too, so I need to lead more. The Royal Navy torpedoes are particularly slow, if I remember correctly. I haven't played a carrier in quite some time. This is before the carrier buff nerf, where they were buffed and then nerfed immediately. So yeah, I mean, what can I say? Gonna try to do a drop here of the HE carpet bombs. A little more productive that time. Couple of cap defended flags, and we did set a fire. I am going to maneuver here my carrier so I don't get picked off and killed. And we're just going to circle around, go back for a little bit more. And I'm going to see if I can just guess where he's at in the smoke cloud. Only carpet bombs could you do that in and have a chance of hitting, but although we were not successful. All right, our aircraft carrier is taking off, getting ready to move out. We've shot down 6 enemy airplanes. I think that's part of the reason why I decided to move. Also because the red team is pushing hard in this cap, and I don't want anything to do with this. Don't give up if you're in this position. I'm telling you, we're going to play to the end of the match. So if you find yourself in a situation like that, remember to check the mini-map, see where the enemy team is at, and do some driving with your carrier, because you can get out of that and still be useful to your team. All right, another blind drop into the smoke, and a terrible angle here. So instead, we're going to circle around. There are actually 2 ships in the smoke. I didn't even realize that. Thought it was just one. Moving in here, just kind of guesstimating. We're just going to drop. And I think we're waiting to see what they will do, which is nothing. And so we'll go back to HE bombs. And I'm hoping that the smoke dissipates in time for me. I have a pretty good idea that they're right there. Even though I totally missed. I swear I thought they were right there. All right, we're going to head for this other ship because it is not in a smoke screen. And that's what happens when you drop way too early. But he's near the border, so we're still going to get some hits. And we start another fire. This is a really uninspiring match. I know you're saying that to yourself right now. Blue team coming back a little bit. We take the lead in ships killed. We've got more HE bombs moving out because this was when the reload of the planes was very fast. Finally, I've got a target out of a smoke screen going in a straight line. There is the drop, and we don't do anything really. I am really sorry I couldn't get a good Picardy match. I just couldn't. I played for 3 hours today. I could not get a good Picardy match to save my life. All right, drop on another enemy ship. We manage bracketing fire, but do not do any damage. Yikes. Don't click away. I promise it's going to get exciting. As you guys well know, I play till the end, so we have got some torpedo bombers out there, and we have one enemy ship over here holding the fort against 3 or 4 ships on the enemy team. And I'm going to try to circle as this guy's going to get killed just to get a little bit better of a drop angle here. And it's not going to work. I got one guy turning into it and the other guy's too far away. So we'll just drop to drop, and then I'll do a follow-on attack on the ship over here in the corner, which I did get a torpedo strike, amazingly enough. I have no idea what this guy's doing over here, but the answer is nothing productive, and we're going to take him out of his misery. That is a real solid drop right there, if I do say so myself. And a couple of hits there, and we're going to wheel around and go back in. He trapped himself on the border. That being said, I'm not a fan of these zoomed-in maps at all. But when you have an enemy ship that traps itself, you really owe it to yourself as a carrier player to take advantage of that. There are the last 2 torpedoes in the water, and I think we're going to finish them off, and we do. Kill number 1. All right, we went from like 2K to 30K relatively quickly. All right, it canceled my movement for some unknown reason, which didn't turn out to be terrible. HE bombers back in the air. And as soon as my squadron gets lined up here, we are going to go after whoever's left over here. And I just think the red team should have kept pushing. They didn't. I have no idea why. Maybe they thought everybody over here was dead. Drop on the Nevada. Plane went up too late. And we do set a fire there. I thought about going back for the Nevada, but instead I'm going to do another drop on this ship right here. And it's an Emerald. We're going to line that up. He turns into the drop. And even though we didn't set a fire, I still think that was pretty good. As you can see, the recharge rate back then was insane. And once again, my ship just decides not to move. So I'm like, all right, well, we'll move into the cap. How about that? And see if it does anything, which it probably won't. I don't know if this was a problem with the autopilot system or something that had to get patched. Quite honestly, I don't pay attention to carrier patch notes. So, all right, Nevada, another relatively good strike here coming up. And we set 2 fires that time. And I think I'm going to wheel around and go after him again. He is giving us a really good angle, so you need to take advantage of it when it happens. There is another drop. And we set him on fire again. And fire damage is the way you're going to be doing a lot of your accrued damage here in a carrier. I find that the flooding really doesn't add up to a lot, but the fires sure do. And one more drop. We use the back half of the circle, and no joy. All right, my carrier is actually trying to move. We put torpedo bombers in the air. I am going to try to take out Nevada. It is the very last ship, and we have damage ticking. We're about 65K. And what can I say, folks? If I had given up in the beginning, you would have never seen this video. If I'd gotten a good secondary build Bacardi match, you never would have seen this video. But I didn't. All right, moving in on the Nevada, we are lining it up. He is a wounded duck. We're going to get our torpedo angle to tighten up, and we drop right as it was about to run out. We're going to turn and take a peek and see if that gets it done. One does, but one doesn't. We've got to go around. We're now fighting our team, fighting the kill pinch, the last set of airplanes going in. And we're going to tighten it up again. It looks like he is almost dead in the water. Just a little bit of forward thrust. And we're going to drop it, and we're going to watch them come in and finish him off. And we got an Arsist medal. Yay! See what I said about fire damage? Totally true. All right, here we are on the victory screen, 79,830 damage. The Arsonist medal, 8 torpedo strikes, 17 bomb hits, 2 kills, 6 fires, 2 captive defended flags in the Furious. They fully maxed Dennis Boyd as our commander. All right, 4,000 ship XP, commander XP, almost 150K silver, whoopee-doo. Can we go to the results screen, please, Jeeves? To see where we ended up in this beautiful mess. That's right. 1 medal, 2 big kills, top of the board, 1797 base XP. If you are new to carriers and looking for a carrier line to start out on, my recommendation is the English carriers. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like, comment, subscribe. See you next time.